When was the last time you went to a thrift store, a secondhand store, a place where all of the items have been used before? Hi there, this is me, checking stuff out. What I love about these places is they're essentially a kind of library, if you will. Whenever you are tired of some items that you have in your house and you've run out of closet space, you just bring bags full of stuff and you just bring it here, dump it here. Somebody else will use it for 6 months or a few years. Shoes, lamps, dishes, all kinds of things. You see there's ties over there, neckties, and there's all kinds of toys. There's plushies, all kinds of stuff, games. People will use them for a while and then they return them if they're in good condition. So this is another reason to keep things in really good condition. Take care of your things and never throw anything out at the edge of your driveway. Don't throw anything in garbage bins that end up in landfills in a giant hole in the earth to pollute and to take forever to decompose when someone else can really appreciate what you've brought in. These toys, for example, are only $3 each. Some of them are $2 each. So all you do when you buy them is just wash them in a mild soap, put them in some warm water, and give them a good couple of shakes and rinses and let them dry outside in the sun, and you're good to go. I mean, they're great toys. Why not reuse stuff if you can? Some child would be really delighted to have this bear as a gift. Or any of these things. Look at this one. Only $2. Somebody knit this by hand, I think. Can you imagine the hard work that went into that? Look at the detail. It's kind of sad in a way that it just gets thrown out. So I really hope that somebody adopts this bear. I hope that this little toy gets used and appreciated by someone's grandchild or someone's child. What else have we got here? A rabbit. You know, rabbits are terribly treated. They are actually tested on a lot for makeup. Companies put the makeup into their eyes and don't let them blink to see if there's any eye damage. It's really sad. I guess this is some sort of a unicorn. Unicorns, of course, don't exist, but it's strange that so many little girls love them. And this is Big Bird, who I guess is kind of the mini version of Big Bird. Big Bird was someone that I knew watching Sesame Street when I was little. What else we got here? I guess this is an owl. Have you seen an owl outside recently or ever in real life that's not in a zoo? It's amazing when you catch them. They're so majestic and interesting. I think this is a robin because there's orange underneath the head there. Hi, little one. Aren't you cute? Well, hello there. Aren't you adorable? Makes me sad to think about the monkeys that are used in labs where cigarette companies put masks on them and force them to breathe in the smoke. That's another reason to never smoke cigarettes. And here we have a lion, and no, lions will probably never be vegan. It's in their nature to hunt, whereas we have the ability to choose. Same as for leopards. We have the ability to choose whether we're going to harm animals. See, these animals don't put the animals that they're going to eat in factory farms and torture them from the moment they're born until the moment they die. They hunt them and eat them when they absolutely need to. They don't have grocery stores nearby. And foxes are hunted all over the UK. It's really sad. People get on horses and they send these hounds after them. They train them to hunt them down and to tear them to shreds just for a so-called sport. It's despicable. Grown men sitting on horses to begin with. Leave horses alone. Then they train these dogs. Leave the poor dogs alone. And then they hunt for these foxes and they call it a sport. It's the least manly thing I can think of. Horrific. So yeah, this is what vegans think of when they're in a store. We're always looking at the animals, we're looking at any food, and we always think about the plight of all animals. I know to you guys, these are just plushy toys. To us, they're a reminder that children love animals. We've always loved animals when we were little. All of us loved Disney movies and these kinds of toys. So what happened to us? Why do we love them and then our parents at the same time were shoving dead bodies down our throats? Look at this one. A brand new baby would lie under this, and look at the different shapes. A lot of them are animals. They have what is that, a koala bear or a lion of some sort? Cute little birds. And then in a few years, their parents will be feeding them chickens. It makes no sense. Why love one but eat the other? It's so strange. I'm not sure who you are. Aw, I guess you're a koala bear? What a cutie. Sometimes forest fires are caused because the planet is heating up, and in Australia there were many koala bears that were dying burned to death. It's another reason to be vegan, to reduce your eco footprint. All kinds of games here, puzzles, all kinds of stuff. Oh, these are only $1. $2. Pretty good. Look at that. Hello. Adorable. So if you're a grandmother or a new mom, or you're going to a birthday party or something like that, consider buying something like this, one of these kinds of toys that can be reused instead of buying something new. It's best for the environment, and it's just not expensive anyway. Just as good as anything else. The child won't mind if it's not brand new. Look at that. You can buy some kind of towels and blankets over there. There's little dresses in the background, and oh, a horse. Everyone seems to love horses. And yet they ride them. They dominate them. They sit on their backs as if they're some kind of a master to them. They break their spirits when they're young, force them to walk into these circles round and round. Then they shove a bit in their mouth and a saddle on them. Horses should be left alone in nature with their families, never taken away, never used as objects by humans. When you go to secondhand stores, or thrift shops, as some of you might call them, always consider, what is the best thing you can do? Have you got some stuff around your house that you can bring into a place like this? Give it a new home to somebody who would love to have whatever it is that you don't need anymore. And look here, we have some penguins on some pajamas. You know, kids love animals. And here's some fish. Probably a child was eating fish at the same time as absolutely loving this shirt. This is cognitive dissonance, that parents do this. Feed their kid a dead fish and then talk about how much they love Nemo or something like that. It's strange. Fish belong inside the water. Don't take them out. Don't eat them. Don't hurt them. Don't interfere. Go to the grocery store and eat other things. When you're buying things here, look for things that are made out of cotton as much as you can, and polyester is okay, and acrylic. Don't buy silk, don't buy wool, don't buy fur. Also, leather is something that you want to avoid because that's the skin of an animal. You wouldn't want your skin ripped off of you and turned into a bag. Now, there is an argument to be made about buying secondhand things that are made out of animals rather than burying them. And I can understand in a way why people would think that's okay to buy something, let's say that's made out of wool, but you didn't actually contribute to the suffering because you didn't create a market for it. It was like already there. But it gets to be a slippery slope because then people will say the same thing, well, the animal was dead in the store, so I bought that steak. See, it's tricky. Being vegan is about doing the best you can. Here there are dishes. Some of them contain bone china. That means the bones of animals who didn't want to die. So read the labels on the bottom to make sure. And here's a bag, Minnie Mouse. Everyone loves Minnie Mouse. Except at the same time, when there's a mouse in their house, they freak out, start screaming, set traps, and try to cut their necks off. Always get humane traps to catch mice and release them back outside. What else do we see here? Look at all of this stuff. I mean, to me, honestly, a lot of this looks like junk. I just would feel overwhelmed with this clutter in my house. But every once in a while you find something that you think, oh, this reminds me of my childhood, or, oh, maybe my sister would like this, or something like that. It's interesting. You see, there's, again, more animals. There's a dog, and here's a pig. Like, how did we end up with pigs as piggy banks? It's such a strange thing. Let's cut a hole in the top of them and shove some coins in there. It's really bizarre, isn't it? More animals. What's this? Another pig made out of wood. It's sort of cute. Somebody took the time to make that and it ended up here. And a cat, I guess. You know, these would be maybe some kind of toys that a child could play with, I guess. And secondhand stuff like dishes, that's great too to buy. What else have we got here? Oh yeah, ties. Ties are great. Men don't wear them that much anymore. These are like $2 each. And what you want to avoid is the silk ones, because silk ties are actually not vegan because they're created using fabrics that come from animals. Most people don't know about the silk industry. If you want to learn more, go to People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, or for short, you can go to PETA.org, UK. Animals are not ours to experiment on, eat, wear, use for entertainment, or abuse in any other way. The silk industry. Silk is the fiber that silkworms weave to make their cocoons. Outer casings that protect them during the pupal stage. But most of the insects used by the silk industry don't live past this stage because they're boiled or gassed alive inside their cocoons, which causes the cocoons to begin unraveling so that workers can obtain the silk threads. Some 6,600 silkworms are killed to make just 1 kilogram of silk. Essentially what that is, it would be like somebody taking your mother's uterus, shoving the whole uterus inside some boiling water, and then just using that uterus, the covering, and letting the baby die. And using the uterus, the outer shell, where a baby would be, and turning that into a necktie. It's absolutely terrible what we do to animals. Why? Why do we need silk? We absolutely don't. If anybody ever gives you a silk scarf, remember that it comes from a lot of abuse. Babies died for no reasons. Boiled, gassed alive inside their cocoons. Terrible. Abused insects and exploited workers. At silk production facilities in India, silkworms who are allowed to mature into moths fare little better than those who were boiled alive inside their cocoons. After they've laid their eggs, female moths are crushed to death and their bodies are checked under a microscope for disease. If any disease is found, the eggs are destroyed. Male moths are simply discarded after they mate. I know to some of you, you think, well, these are kind of just ugly bugs. But look closely. What if you had been born in their body? Don't be fooled by piece silk. The only true cruelty-free options are those that aren't derived from animals. Fortunately, there are many luxurious animal-friendly fabrics available, such as nylon, polyester, tencel, milkweed, seed pod fibers, silk cotton tree filaments, and rayon. I bought a couple of ties actually, but of course I made sure there's no silk in them. You know, everyone makes mistakes sometimes when we're buying things, but if you buy secondhand items and they have some animal product in it, at least you know you didn't actually contribute directly to the suffering. What else have we got here? All kinds of dishes and stuff. There's even like a panini maker. Sometimes you can get all kinds of things, hair dryers, toasters, whatever. Look at this cotton tablecloth here. Sort of like an Italian type. Nice, good quality. You can buy pillowcases, you can buy towels. How much is this? $3 only. Well, time to hop on my bike and head home. On my way, I'll be counting my blessings, thinking about all the amazing things I have in my life. Just the fact that the sun is shining, the weather is so nice, I'm so lucky. The fact that I even own a bicycle, what a privilege. I'm so, so fortunate. When I go home, I know there's going to be some food in my fridge. I know I have electricity and running water. I have a bed with a pillow. I really have all of my basic needs met. I don't need more money. Just the basics to stay healthy. Stay healthy, everyone. Eat veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds. Don't hurt animals. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet done so, and press the notification bell. Hang out with me. Let's learn and grow together and make this world a better place. Bye for now.